Welcome to the first week of our Advertising Dynamics simulation. Last week you were introduced to some of the basics of the simulation, and before you complete your actual first round this week, I wanted to give you some more insight in how the simulations work. These simulations are a pretty important part of your grade in this class, so I want to make sure you have an understanding and a comfort level in what the simulations are doing. You're acting out a role. You're working for the Julian Communications Agency as an intern. You're an entry-level employee who, over a series of weeks from now until the end of the semester, will be given a larger and larger role and responsibility in placing advertisements for the Bowie Company. Each week, through these rounds, you'll be given information such as video introductions and communications through what they call the Notification Hub. There'll be a total of 10 rounds you'll complete between now and the end of the semester. Each round will be worth about 40 points. The key is to take advantage of whatever materials are provided for you by the simulation. There'll be a lot of materials there, a lot of information for you to take in. You may decide, well, I don't really want to pay attention to this or that. But when you do, it's likely that you may not do as well as if you were to take in and understand all the information that's presented to you. If something is presented in the simulation, as far as background, you should consider that it's probably important, that it probably has some bearing on you being able to successfully complete the simulation. There will be things like the goals, where it will outline what you're trying to achieve in this particular ad campaign. For instance, there may be a time when they say our goal is to increase market penetration, the amount of the market that's actually buying their bags. Now, naturally, you will have to hear that and understand what that means, as opposed to if they say we want to increase sales. Your natural inclination may be that every business wants to increase sales and increase profit. And over the long haul, that can be a worthwhile goal of a business. But maybe at some point what they really want to do is increase market share, increase the number of people that are actually using their bag. In that case, your strategies may be a little different. Now you may be asking yourself, how would I know what strategy to use? Well, there'll be an outline of information that will be provided to you through the video introductions, which I spoke about just a moment ago, the inbox, which is equivalent to an email box. People within the company will be sending you emails. Make sure you read everything in the email box. Now, just to be clear, this is not your regular college email or your personal email. This is a simulation of an email within the advertising simulation program. But make sure you read everything that's in your inbox, because if it's there, it's probably important to what's going to happen in the simulation. Then there's something called a Notification Hub. Very often in the business world, we use notification hubs. And you may have heard of something like Discord for gaming. That's a type of notification hub. Or maybe in the professional world, you've used something like Slack. Just watch that notification hub, because that's going to have more information, including the potential for questions from your fellow employees. Make sure you're answering those questions. Go through the process of listening to what people are asking you and giving responses in the notification hub. And then there'll be a specific assignment area and a resources button. Be sure to click the resources button. This is going to have important additional details that will help you in your decision making about what you're going to do and how you're going to implement things within the simulation. Now, this may sound like a lot. The key here is just make sure you're taking in the information within the program. It's all there for you to use, and it's all there to help you do better in the simulation. If you get stuck, be sure to talk to me. Now, I had set a round as a period of time, kind of in the real world, and we're in the academic world. For us, almost every week is going to have one round per week. There may be a couple weeks where we do more than one round. make sure at the end of each round that you're assigned for a specific week that you actually hit the button that says Run Simulation. That will lock in all of your answers, and it will calculate how you did based on the answers you had given, based on the strategies you put in place that hopefully are based on the information that was provided as part of the simulation. I hope you enjoy these simulations. When I get feedback from my students in this class at the end of the semester, they almost always say the best part of the class was working through the simulations, because that's where they get to take the theoretical, the things we've been learning throughout the semester, and put it to practice in a real world way and see how their choices impact meeting the goals, or sometimes even maybe falling short of the goals of the company that they're working for. Very often I hear students say that information and exercises provided in these simulations allowed them to bring their skills into real world workplace scenarios, so they can use these skills to actually make a difference in the business or the organization they're working for. Now remember, throughout this whole process, I'm here to help you. This week, you'll have one round of simulations to do. Round 1. It'll be available in this week's materials in Blackboard. Please let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything at all I can do for you. I encourage you to enjoy this time, take it seriously because it's an important part of your grade, and let me know what I can do to help. Have a great week.